Michael, congratulations. The show is just like such a gift. I feel like it's such a blessing, and I feel like a better person because of it.
That's great.
Stepping into season 3, I've heard for actors sometimes it's like seeing an old friend again, like getting back into your character. So, what was that process like for you coming into a new season of Training?
I was so excited to see where Brian was in his journey, what Brian's up to, what are Brian's new problems, what old problems of Brian's is he still working on. And that's the coolest part about playing a character on a TV show is they do change, they evolve. When you're in a play or a movie, it's like, this is my slice, this is the window of time that we're going to know this character. But this guy changes just like we do. And I think the theme of the season is moving forward, and he is finally starting in his life to intentionally put others first. I think he's sort of forced to do it a few times in earlier seasons, but here in season 3, he's starting to do it on his own, and it's cool. It's cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, there's a baby. You gotta put that little human first. I guess. It's funny because I love how this show tackled the idea of like narcissism, right? Like that's a term I've heard before, and like I remember going to therapy. I was like, I think I'm a narcissist, and she had to like kind of like guide me through like why my mindset's wrong. And I imagine being on a show like this.
Are you a narcissist?
No.
Nobody who asks if they're a narcissist are actually
and that's what you told me. And so, but like speaking to mental health, I imagine you have like a better sensitivity on like how to speak to these issues and like what someone's going through. Is that the case? Do you feel like a little bit more seasoned?
I can definitely diagnose a person now. I'm a complete professional. I'm basically a doctor after being on this show. But no, this narcissism thing is really interesting because we as a society, I don't know, about 10 years ago, started to think a lot more about narcissism. I can't imagine why, but it's become a more prevalent thing in our world, in our society, and mental health in general. Because of the pandemic, I think we are a lot more open to discussing it and talking about it. And this is a show, obviously, that's taking it on head first and with humor and levity. But I didn't know I was playing a narcissist at first, because we're taught in acting school not to judge our characters. So I was just playing him. I was getting inside the guy. I was wearing his skin, and I was being him. And they kept saying things like, Brian's a narcissist, or okay, now in this moment, ad lib something narcissistic, because that's what you do. And I was always like, what do you mean? What do you mean I'm a narcissist? You keep calling me a narcissist. But it turns out I am. and I too went to my therapist and I said, am I a narcissist? And she too said, no one who asks that is actually a narcissist. But I'm really excited about it. I'm really proud that we get to tackle not just narcissism, but so many different mental health, grief, PTSD, the empty nest syndrome, all these things that we get to deal with on the show. It's really cool, and I think tackling them with levity has made fans of the show and audience members of the show really felt seen, and like they're getting a big hug from us, and I love that. I love that straight guys come up to me on the street and say, "Show means a lot to me." I love that. That's really cool. That because we've got like, your bro's bro of bros, Jason Segel, and Harrison Ford himself, action star, doing this and facing their emotions and wearing their heart on their sleeve. We're teaching this wonderful cross-section of straight guys to do the same.
No, it's absolutely beautiful. Like I like feel all the feelings I think this show intends to incite in people. But I do want to talk about, like, when I spoke to Jason, he had told me that the intention was always going to be three seasons, but moving forward, can you see your story expanding beyond that for maybe a 4th season and beyond? How
about 9? Let's go. I'll do this forever. I mean, these characters will continue to evolve and grow and change. I think there's a lot of stories. They've created a really human found family, a group of people that found each other. They're not, they wouldn't necessarily normally find one another, but because of early friendships, because of neighborhoods, because of work relationships, they have come together. And it's very real. We are all in these found families. We all find ourselves in these groups of people that are organic, but not necessarily natural. And I think there's a lot of stories to tell. So let's keep it going.
I guess I'll see you next year.
Yes, I would love that.
Michael, thank you so much.